this video, Clash Mini has a brand new troop, and that is the Dagger Goblin. So we are going to be unlocking him by spending money, of course. Then we are also going to check out the 3 newest game modes in Clash Mini because they're actually pretty fun. I really like them. But first, it is Dagger Goblin time. Let's buy him. So the Dagger Goblin bundle, you get the Dagger Goblin, you get the skin, you get this animated emote, which is, I love that emote. That's awesome. And we get an avatar, all for $20. Now, is that worth $20? I don't think so, but we are still going to be buying it anyway. Your purchase was successful. Let's go. There he is, the Dagger Goblin. The skin, Quark. Okay, the emote, and there's the avatar. Let's go ahead and put that avatar on. I think it's pretty cool. Oh yeah. Oh, but I gotta upgrade it first. Let's do that. I got plenty of mini shards. Let's upgrade him. His first star is Juggle, minus 2 seconds to Insidious. Second upgrade is Greedy, which gives him a plus 1 ATK for Boast. Then his third upgrade is Tricks, which gives him a Rampage ability of 2 seconds. That's nice. All right, we're gonna use Dagger Goblin in this deck. I don't know if it'll be good, but we're gonna use it, I guess. Why am I saying I guess? I'm the one making the decision. All right, Calnus. This is gonna be interesting. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lose round 1 intentionally. We're just gonna do that. All right, so now we got 15 elixirs. So we got a Musketeer, we got a Mega Knight, we got a +1 target, we have a Ice Wizard. Then we're also going to do the energy decrease ability for the Musketeer. Yay. Giant Skeleton's gone. Musketeer, stun him up. Mega Knight, Crab, jump. In case you couldn't tell as well, the Crab is a Mega Knight. All right, now it's Dagger Goblin time. I feel like if I just put it by the Giant Skeleton, it's gonna do nothing. So let's not let it do nothing. Let's actually upgrade it too. I'm gonna do that ability as well as its 3-star ability. I think those are the best ones. I think all of his upgrades are pretty good. Even with that being the case though, I don't like the Dagger Goblin as a mini. He can do decent damage. He's cool in that regard. I just don't find him to be very unique. And I want unique minis. Come on, World Champion. Like Dagger Goblin, it's 2 elixirs, so it's not like that big of a commitment and all that, you know? But at the same time, it's like, bro's just kind of there existing, not really doing much. He's just up there being a Dagger Goblin who has 20 HP, 0.7 attack speed, and 3 damage. But like I said, that 3 damage per hit, that does have some value, I will say. 3 damage per hit for a melee troop who's only 2 elixir, that has a lot of value. Whoa, 2-star mini P.E.K.K.A. He put Dissipate on that thing. And the ability to turn invisible for the Dagger Goblin is useful as well. You know, I'm not making any sense right now because I'm saying the Dagger Goblin's bad, but here I am just highlighting all of his abilities and how good they are. In conclusion, Dagger Goblin is probably like B tier. That's what I think. But now let's hop in my time machine that I borrowed from Orange Juice and look at the newest game modes. We have 3 brand new game modes in Clash Mini, first of which being Super Elixir. All right, so let's go ahead and check things out in the event tab. I just love the interface for this. It's so beautiful. So first game mode is Super Elixir. So you gain 10 elixir in each round, or you gain 13 elixir if you lose in the previous round. There is also the event pass. And as you can see, there is a free track where you can get some resources. And then there is the paid track where you can get resources as well as cosmetics, because you can get an emote from that. Honestly, for a $2 value, this is pretty good. But as I said in my previous video, I still wish that you could get gems as a free-to-play player and then use those gems to get things like an event pass. And also you can see that this game mode is only lasting for the next 3 days and 8 hours as of this recording. But then all these game modes are going to cycle back through. So if you miss playing it the first time, you'll be able to play it again. So don't worry about that. Anyway, we're going to try out this Royal Champion deck I've been using. Probably won't be the best for this game mode, but I've been using it in normal games and it's been working just fine. All right, the transform tile is a really interesting one. Let's see what the transform tile does with the swordsman. It turns it into another mini for 1 extra elixir. So it just turned a swordsman into a P.E.K.K.A. What in the world? Royal Champion Cook, E-Wiz, get off, bang. And there's a round 1 win. Let's go. All right, so now going back to the whole no movement thing, since now they know where my minis are, they can adapt to my strategy and I can adapt to their strategy at the same time. So I'm going to put a Prince, which will take out that Lumberjack, which will be pretty cool. But also he's probably going to put something to go down that lane to try to hit my Royal Champion as well at the same time. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how things work out. He's also definitely going to target my Swordsman on that transform tile. Let's see what bro does. Yep, see there's a Prince on the Swordsman. And yeah, ultimately, I'm still really enjoying the no movement change. It's super, super unique. It really does make it feel like a totally different game. Admittedly, I'm not that good at this game anymore. I'm not. All right, but we got all this elixir here. I'm going to put ice block on the swordsman to protect him. We're going to do extra damage for the prince. Then we're going to do the pony for the prince as well. I really should have put Magnite in this deck. But this time my swordsman turned into a magic archer. Interesting. But I really have been having to relearn the entire game because a lot of the minis function differently. They aren't as viable in the same decks, and just the no movement system in general changes the way you play the game. So I've really been enjoying relearning the game. There have been a lot of growing pains, I will say, that's for sure. But as a whole, I still think it's a very positive experience and an experience that I have been enjoying as a whole. All right, this time my swordsman turned into a Mega Knight. That's exactly what I needed. Let's go, Mega Knight. I need you to cook, please. My biggest issue here is the Countess. I don't like her. I don't like what she's doing here. Ewiz, there you go. It's not going to be enough, though. That healing ranger in the back. Yup, we lost. Stop yawning. Why are you emoting, dude? Also, it's a completely different interface after the game for events. This is what that looks like. It's pretty cool. So even though I lost, I progressed 4 tiers, which is insane. So there's crystal coins for free, and there's hero shards for free, and that is awesome. All right, so it is time for our next event, and that is a Gizmo Chaos. So as you can see, everything reset from the first event. The event pass reset, it's another $2 purchase now. There's a different emote that you can get in the premium side. All the free rewards are the same, which is great. You can still get your crystal coins, your hero shards, your mini shards. So let's hop into it and talk about gizmos as well. In the last segment, I continued to talk about my thoughts about, you know, the whole no movement change. So now we're gonna talk about gizmos, because gizmos were a core part of the game that were just completely removed. It's not often that you see a game developer just completely remove a core aspect from the game that they spend a lot of time implementing. But with gizmos, I felt like it definitely was necessary. With gizmos, you place them and you couldn't move them, and that's how the minis are now. So I feel like having multiple elements where it would be the minis and the gizmos not being able to move them, I feel like that would make things a little bit congested, if that makes any sense, especially with the board not getting any bigger. Now let's say if they widen the board by a couple tiles, I think that would be okay then, but I don't think they have plans on doing that. So in this case, I think gizmos were the right decision to remove. Also, another thing with gizmos that is very important to mention, it seemed like they were always so unbalanced. There was never balance amongst the gizmos, dude. It was always an ordeal. Like, there were some metas where some gizmos were just like so much better than the others, and it just made it unbearable. Prior to the update, the last time I played the game consistently, the two that I remember being the best were the King Tower and the Elixir Collector. Now you can imagine why the Elixir Collector would be unbalanced, because it just gives you more elixir than your opponent. That's why it's unbalanced in Clash Royale, and it's gonna stay that way. Am I even gonna be able to get a gizmo in this round? Because I gotta get 4 stars and I only have 3. And then going back to it, the King Tower was super unbalanced because it did extra damage to other gizmos. The King Tower literally was just a counter to every other gizmo, and if you could save up and get the King Tower, your opponent's gizmo was screwed. It was just absolutely insane. Gizmos were super fun, and I'm gonna miss them. I genuinely am. But anyway, there's first place. I didn't even get a chance to use a gizmo, dude. What the heck? I would love it if there's a way that they could reintroduce gizmos. Again, I don't know if that's possible, just how they work on a fundamental basis, or honestly, just keeping them as they are, like where it's just a limited edition game mode. I'm cool with that as well. If Clash Mini released globally and this special event Gizmo Chaos was like one of the core fundamental events, then I would be okay with that. I guess kind of like how in Clash Royale, you know, draft is like a staple game mode of the game that's always reoccurring. If that was the case for Gizmo Chaos but in Clash Mini, I would love that. But anyway, we can actually get a gizmo now. I'm gonna do the Saint Mirror, so that way the queen can target it and she can do damage to herself. But from what I've seen, the overwhelming reception to this update has been positive. And that's awesome, because initially, admittedly, me, like a lot of people, I was a bit reluctant to the idea of no movement, but after I played it and now that everyone else is playing it, they're kind of coming around to it. And it's an awesome thing to see. I love it. I definitely think the next update for this game, I wouldn't say global. What I'm trying to say is the next update for this game is then going to be followed by the global update. The game needs some big changes still, especially towards the progression system and the economy system. They need a better way to monetize progression while also keeping it free to play friendly. And then a better way to make cosmetics more free to play friendly while continuing to monetize them. And after that, I think we're going global. There's no doubt in my mind at this point. Definitely in the comments though, be sure to let me know what you think about Clash Mini. Because I know a lot of you left comments on my first video. But now that the update's been out for a long time, it's been a few weeks. By the time this upload, it may have even been like a month or so since the update was released. Please be sure to let me know what you all think. I can relay some of the info to the Clash Mini devs if you want me to. And yeah, I'm definitely excited for the future of the game. And I'm excited to continue to make content on it because I am going to continue to make content on it. All right, so now it is time for our last of the new game modes. And for that, we have Hero Trio. What does this tile do again? +1 ATK permanently every round. I'm not gonna play on that tile for now. We shall wait. But honestly, as a whole, I think these events are great in Clash Mini. They're a fresh way to play the game, and they break up the pacing between the grind of duels and rumbles on ladder, and they're great. I love it. One feedback I have for this event is I feel like if you're gonna be playing, I'm definitely going Skeleton King. If you're gonna be playing 3 heroes on the same map, I think it would be better to have the bigger board from the previous events from the update 6 season. For those of you that weren't playing back then, they introduced events with that update. And with that update, the events were on a bigger board that was like, I think 1 or 2 tiles wider on each side. It was really cool how it worked out. And for these events, they didn't do that. I think for this one especially, it would kind of need that. Honestly, it would still be just as chaotic. I just think having more room to play your minis would be the ideal situation, if you ask me. But yeah, this event, pure chaos, I love it. Gizmo Chaos, I think is actually a good event because it's not chaos, even though it's called chaos. And then the Super Elixir game mode is fun as well to mess around with just a bunch of the expensive minis and stuff. Overall, Clash Mini has nailed it with the events so far. They're really fun. I enjoy them a great deal. Again, I still think the event pass system could use a little bit of work because I don't think it's cool to spend $2 for the event pass with every single event. I just don't like that. It rubs me the wrong way a little bit. As I've said previously, I think I even said it in this video. If you could get the event pass with gems and free-to-play gems were available, that would be an amazing situation. You know, I'm gonna refresh one more time. What are we gonna get? I guess I'll go Countess. Let's do Countess. All things considered, I probably should have gone Natureborn, but here we are. Let's hope that we win right here. Countess, Skeleton King, and Grand Warden. I would probably consider those to be the 3 strongest heroes in Clash Mini. I think Warden is the strongest, Skeleton King second, and then Countess would be third. Oh wait, we're getting cooked? Hold on. I'm getting cooked. I got cooked. It all comes down to this. Let's upgrade the Magic Archer. Let's upgrade the Magic Archer again. Then we are going to upgrade the Skeleton Guard. There's so much going on right now. The board is just so cluttered. You can barely tell what's happening. Barely. I don't know what's going on. I know my Warden's cooking, my Magic Archer's cooking, my Skeleton King is cooking. But I think we're still going to lose. Oh no. But anyway, those are the 3 newest events in Clash Mini. Be sure to let me know what you think about them in the comment section down below. And don't forget to watch this video right here. I'm sure you'll like it even more than this one. See y'all in the next one.